Everyone, so we're here again with another Halloween card share, and this is number 2, and this one we're featuring Whimsy Stamps stamp sets. So I hope you guys enjoy. The first one, we're creating a scene using stamp set Halloween Scream, and I stamped the mummy. At first I colored him with a little dirt on him, but I don't like it, so I end up coloring him again, just keeping him pretty white. But I'm coloring the zombie here, and then we have a couple, what's this called, headstones, and then we're gonna put our card together. Sorry that I'm a little off screen. I kind of put my camera a little higher, and it's hard for me to look at the screen and see where I am, so sorry for that. And as you can hear, I'm losing my voice a little, so bear with me. Here I'm using a couple of distress inks to color a piece of purple cardstock, and we're going to do a slimline card. And the first color was Wild Violet, and then the other color I'm using is Black Soot and Cloth Pumpkin. I just wanted a colorful sky, and we can't have a cheerful sky for a graveyard, so I try to make it as spooky as possible. And this stencil is the Mini Cloud Edges stencil from MFT. I made a little boo-boo with my stencil because my stencil is not a slim line, so I had to, continue it. And I made a little boo-boo there, but I'll cover it up with something from the scene. Then we're using this spooky tree die from Tiflydesigns. I had this die for years, and you can see it in other Halloween series from before, and I love it so much. So I cut my tree from black cardstock, a moon from some off-white cardstock. You see I used the moon to cover my error. Then I'm using a piece of black cardstock for the bottom. Then we're going to finish our scene with the headstones, my zombie, my mummy, and then we're going to add a few bats in the sky. I added my sentiment, and that's it for card number 1. Then the bats are from the spooky scene die from Hello Bluebird. For card number 2, we're starting with this zombie herd stamp set, and we're stamping the image on a piece of watercolor cardstock. And we're gonna use some watercolor to color it up. And here we go. I wasn't getting a good image, so I used some Fine ink to get a more bold, and then I add some clear embossing powder to that, so it can also help my watercoloring. And I got this JM Halo, I guess that's how you say art watercolor pan, and it comes with 90 colors, and some of that are metallics, and I thought that was super cool, and it was very inexpensive. It was actually like $28, and I'm gonna use it to color up my little zombies here. And of course, it reminds me of one of my favorite shows on TV, which is The Walking Dead. So I'm coloring my little zombies up, and I'm gonna add colors to make them look dirty and bloody and whatnot. So enjoy the coloring. I can get my eyes too scary, so I'm going to add some googly eyes by the end of the video. Then I cut my image down, and then I'm going to color the scene at the top for the sky. I'm using carved pumpkin and black soot, and I don't know, my black soot is not adding a lot of colors. I'm not sure if it's the paper I'm using or what, but I just created a simple sky. Look like there's a sunset back there somewhere, and then color the bottom, and I ended up covering the bottom over with some black cardstock, and then just add this to a black card base, and it was pretty simple. Oh, that die that I just showed you is the same one with the bats. And I just cut the frame of it out to go around my zombies, like so. I also added a sentiment, but you won't see it till you see the final card. I actually lost the footage for that part of the video, but you see it in the final card. And that's it for card number 2. Card number 3, we're using Cute But Psycho stamp set. And this, I love this little girl in this card. Scary and cute at the same time. So I stamped my girl on a piece of white cardstock, and we're going to use our Copic markers to color her up. Then I use this nested candy cane die set from Spellbinders, and I'm cutting my candy cane out, and this is going to be the frame for our little Terra. My background paper came from a paper pad from MFT. And look at this brush. I bought it on Amazon just a couple weeks ago, and they're already breaking. So I'm just adding a little black soot at the end of my background paper here. Of course, my girl is sweet, but also Terra, so we have to make it sweet and scary at the same time. So we're gonna add our candy cane. Actually cut it and emboss it. And then a little dot to candy cane. And I felt like the candy cane was still a little boring, so I have a goo, dripping goo, I guess, stamp in the set, and I'm just using it to go across the candy cane like so, and I'm just using a piece of cardstock so that it won't mess up the other parts of the card. And we're going to add our little Terra and our sentiment. Our sentiment says cute but cycle, but cute. So I added the image, and I felt like this is the cute part of her. So I stamped the knife in the stamp set and cut it out and added to her other hand. And now she's cute but cycle. And that's it for my little tarot. For card number 4, we're using the Zombie Boy stamp set. And I'm going to stamp the one that's eating the brain from the container or bottle. So we're using our clean color brush pens to color our little zombie boy. And as you can see on the side, I actually had stamped him before using the eye that came with the stamp set, and I didn't like it. So by the end of the card, we're going to add some googly eyes, huge googly eyes to him. I lost some footage on this card also, but the die that I used to cut the tombstone is the nested tombstones from Spellbinders. I'm cutting in black cardstock, and then I'm adding 2 sentiments, one that's going at the bottom and one that's at the top, and you will see it in the photo in the final piece of the card. Our final card, number 5, we're using Creepy Clowns stamp set. And here is also one of my favorite images. I don't like clowns in real life. Like, I don't want a clown to be in front of my face physically. Freak out. But I will paint or color a clown. But don't bring them close to me. So I'll start my little guy, and we're going to use our clean brush pens again to color him up. Let me know if you like clowns in the comment field. Then I used 3 inks to color this background, and they're wavy nested frames to cut out this black cardstock. And then I used spiderweb die set to cut out the spider web in black cardstock, and I'm going to add it to the back of my piece of black cardstock to go over the colored piece. And I use one of my circle punches to cut out these 3 balloons. I was trying to find one of my dies, balloon dies, and I couldn't find it at the moment, so I had to improvise. And then I'm just going to layer them like so. I wanted to do the same colors as the clown. And I use my trimmer to cut out. It's a very fine piece of cardstock to create the balloons, for the strings for the balloons, and that's it for my final card. So these are the 5 cards I made for this session, and I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.